It's a tough debate and there's no one size fits all. When should you contribute to a traditional 401k instead of the Roth 401k? I've got that and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up. Deciding to contribute to the pre-tax side or traditional side of your 401k or Roth 401k, this is a quintessential financial planning decision. Most people make the decision based on a hunch or a brief comment from a friend or coworker. Guys, it requires financial planning, a look at all 6 areas of your financial life to see, well, does it make sense for your situation, for your specific situation, to contribute at this moment pre-tax or Roth? And that's the thing. It's not a one decision, one and done. This is a decision you need to revisit at least once a year or anytime something changes to confirm that you're still contributing to in the right way for your specific financial life. And as much as I love the Roth 401k, I just did a video about sort of bragging about its attributes and how fantastic it is. It's not one size fits all. And there are absolutely times when you should contribute to the traditional side or pre-tax side of your 401k and not the Roth. So when are those times? Okay, there's 3 broad reasons or broad time periods when it's going to make more sense for you to contribute to the traditional side or pre-tax side of your 401k. And the first is to avoid having an income phase out or being limited in your tax deductions or tax credits. There's a lot of examples for these, but you may know that your eligibility for certain deductions and tax credits is dependent upon your adjusted gross income. And if you're contributing pre-tax to your 401k or to the traditional side of your 401k, that's a reduction to your wages or your income, and it is a reduction for your adjusted gross income. And therefore, it helps you. It helps you in this calculation of having a phase out or being able to get some tax credits. So what are some examples? There's some time periods when, again, it's going to make sense, likely, for you to contribute pre-tax instead of Roth. You have kids in college. The American Opportunity Tax Credit is available if your adjusted gross income is below certain thresholds. There's a phase out. And if you're close to that threshold or close to that line, contributing pre-tax so that you get the deduction and reduce the chance that your adjusted gross income is going to hit that phase out, that's important to do during those college years. That's one. Another time period or example is if you're getting your health insurance through healthcare.gov. The amount that you pay for your health insurance is going to be dependent upon your income, your adjusted gross income. So you're going to want to get that deduction. Another example is if you're teetering on the phase-out threshold for getting the child tax credit, that's one. Or another time, guys, even if it's just, well, you're wanting to contribute to a Roth IRA and you're close to those phase-outs, which for 2025 for a married couple is $236,000 to $246,000. If your adjusted gross income with a 2-income household is getting close to that, you might want to contribute pre-tax just so you can get your adjusted gross income below that level and then contribute to a Roth IRA. You might say, well, that's counterintuitive. No, that gives you tax diversification. You've got some pre-tax dollars and you've also got some Roth dollars as well. So that's one time where it's going to make sense to contribute pre-tax or traditional to your 401k as opposed to the Roth. Another time is if you're having a high income year and you know that your income is going to be declining either next year or in the foreseeable future. Couple of real life examples here. Primary one is you got an unusually large or unexpected bonus. If that happens and that pushes you into a higher tax bracket, looking for creative ways for that specific year to reduce your income so it doesn't push you into a higher tax bracket or again cause some phase outs, you're going to want to contribute traditional to your 401k as opposed to Roth. What about if you sold a property or maybe sold an investment that is going to have a high capital gain or a high tax consequence and land on your tax return this year, but it's a one-time event. It's not a repeatable income stream every single year. It's just, hey, and this year we sold that old rental property that we had and there's a big tax ramification for that. How do you manage or shelter some of the the taxes that are created from that one-time event, shifting your contribution so that you're contributing pre-tax or traditional to your 401k. Another example is if you are currently a 2-income household for this year and will be shifting to a 1-income household maybe next year or the year after, either because staying home with the kids or maybe semi-retirement or one of you venturing into retirement. And then the last reason, again, that you might have a really high income this year or next year, but it's temporary, it's going to be going down, and that is maybe you received an inheritance, maybe this year or a couple years ago, and because of the withdrawals out of that inherited IRA, your income for these time periods is higher, and you're going to want to get the deduction by contributing to the traditional side of your 401k when you know in a few years when that inheritance has been withdrawn from that inherited IRA, your income's going to go back down. So keeping your income below phase outs, keeping your adjusted gross income below phase outs for deductions and credits is one reason. And then another is if you know you're having an unusually high income this year or next, and then it's going to go down in the future. A third time period that is very common as you're approaching retirement, or maybe you're in retirement and you're semi-retired, meaning you're still working. This time when you're going to contribute or want to contribute to the traditional side of your 401k is so that you could avoid IRMAA, the income-related monthly adjustment amount on your Medicare. Most people are aware of this now. If you're listening to this channel, we talk about it all the time as one of the proactive tax planning strategies and work that you need to do, and that is being aware that what you pay, the monthly amount that you pay for your Medicare Part B and Part D is based on your income, your adjusted gross income, modified adjusted gross income technically, from 2 years ago, which means even if you say, well, wait a second, why would I contribute pre-tax to my retirement at the end of my career, to pre-tax my 401k at the end of my career? I'm not on Medicare yet. I know there's a look back. It's the prior year. And they're going to look at what your income was 2 years prior, and that modified adjusted gross income is going to matter, and it's going to influence how much you pay for your Medicare Part B and Part D for you and your spouse as well, even if it's just your income that pushes you above that limit. And if you say, no, I've actually done my homework here, I'm not going to do traditional Medicare, I'm going to go Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part C, so I'm not going to have Medicare Part B and Part D, so I'm good. No. Even if you go Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part C, you're still having to pay your Part B, Medicare Part B premium. So this is going to impact you regardless of the decision you make. And again, at those times, right before retirement or in retirement, if you're semi-retired, you're still working, contributing pre-tax to the traditional side of your 401k is going to reduce your modified adjusted gross income and help you avoid IRMAA. So there you go. Those are 3 of kind of the broad reasons when you're going to want to contribute to the traditional side of your 401k as opposed to the Roth. But as I said earlier, this is a financial planning decision, looking at all 6 areas of your unique financial life to see, well, what decision makes the most sense. It's a good option anytime to contribute to retirement, pre-tax or Roth. The question is, which is the great choice for you for this specific moment? Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K. WiseMoneyShow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go on, take your next wise step in your financial life.